So we're here to look at what are we building and why. Or as Simon Sinek would say, why are we building and what? We can't work out where we're going if we can't collectively and congruently answer the why, because we need to work out what are the key values, the principles and the practices that will be guiding our team and our leadership in the future scenario 3, 5, 10 years from now. The why becomes your star to steer by. It keeps you on track as you innovate. It improves your recruitment, and as you bring new people into the team, it helps them to stay on track. You need for them to be able to make decisions within the boundaries of their role, and those decisions need to be totally in alignment with your direction. This is Jim Stengel. From 2001 to 2008, he was the Global Marketing Officer of Procter & Gamble, where he oversaw an £8 billion advertising budget and had organisational responsibility for 7,000 people. In 2000, before he took over as General Marketing Officer, P&G was in big trouble, having recently lost $85 billion in market capitalisation in only 6 months. Its core businesses were stagnating and its people were demoralised. P&G sales doubled during Jim's tenure as GMO. He became known for his ability to turn failing brands around, and the whole thing started to move back onto an upward trajectory. How did he do that? He started with why. Let's read what he says. A brand ideal enables leaders to drive results by being absolutely clear and compelling about what they believe, what they value. Few leaders articulate that well. It can't just be numbers and money. Numbers and money alone will not motivate and drive great performance and bring or keep valuable people on board. The higher your position as a leader, the simpler and more robust your message must be to translate across varied individuals, teams, groups, divisions and business units. Ideals do that because they speak to universal human instincts, hopes and values. So let me tell you about Pampers, which was his first big brand turnaround. Pampers is now made at nearly 30 manufacturing plants in 25 countries. It's available in more than 100 countries around the world. They reach the smallest kiosks in markets like India and Southeast Asia, and they still sell packs of 1 or 2 diapers as well as the big packs. And they also sell bulk purchases online in bigger markets like North America, Europe, Japan. Pampers is a brand close to Stengel's heart. He joined the P&G unit in 1997 when Pampers was the company's poorest performer in profitability and market share growth. The product focus at the time was on dryness. Stengel made a major push to focus on the bigger picture of helping mums rather than wicking away moisture. So a cultural overhaul ensued, including new management, extensive customer interviews, more women in the workforce, and even new decor. Stengel said culture had the most important role, as it almost always does in bringing the brand ideal to life. Well, the overhaul paid off and Pampers became a £10 billion business. This is his reason for Pampers to exist. It exists to help others care for their babies' healthy and happy development. So the beliefs behind Jim Stengel's overhaul of P&G products were that a brand is simply the collective intent of the people behind it. A brand defines who you are and what you stand for as a business to everyone that the business touches, from employees to end consumers. And if you want a great business and great business results, you and your brand have to stand for something compelling. After he left P&G, he set up his own company, and he also wrote this book called Grow, and compiled the results of the research that he had been doing in working with Millward and Brown Optima in a 10-year growth study of 50,000 brands. That study revealed that the 50 highest performing businesses are the ones that are driven by what he called brand ideals, or what I call the purpose of the business, or other people call the why. The Stengel 50 grew 3 times faster than their competitors, and an investment in the Stengel 50 would have been 400% more profitable than an investment in the S&P 500. Now, what he also started to do was he started to categorize the brand ideals, that is the why, what Simon Sinek would call why, and he found that they fit into 5 fundamental human category values. Impacting society, so that's affecting society broadly, from challenging the status quo to redefining categories. Inspiring exploration, so helping people explore new horizons and new experiences. Enabling connections, so enhancing the ability of people to connect with each other and the world in meaningful ways. Eliciting joy, so activating experience of happiness, wonder and limitless possibilities. And evoking pride, so giving people increased confidence, strength, security and vitality. So you need to discover an ideal, a brand ideal or a why in one of these 5 areas of fundamental human values, and you need to build your culture around your why, around your brand ideal or your purpose. You need to communicate the ideal why to engage the employees and customers, and then deliver a near ideal customer experience, evaluating the business progress and the people against your why, your brand ideal or your purpose. Start by building a vision of where you will be in 3 years' time. Then honestly assess where you are now. Then build the strategic plan which maps the route. All of this takes time and is the foundations on which you build. So you'll not get it right through to a building strategy in one day. It takes time to actually get to the point where you've even got the strategy right. It's a case of make haste slowly so that you don't end up with a building that looks like this.